Hello, welcome back to another episode of Nurse Notes with Ken's Wheels. As the name goes, I've got my notes here with me today. That's to ensure I give you all the vital information I have noted down, considering the topic I'll be handling today. This channel is all about educating my audience about nursing in Germany, talking about some interesting health topics, and why not spice it up with essential health tips. So the goal of this channel is not just to educate aspiring nurses who want to study out of the country, most especially here in Germany. It's also to enrich already certified nurses both in and out of the country, so as to improve our skills on how we handle our clients or patients daily, and also to improve our knowledge on certain minute things that we often neglect. So stay tuned as we dive into the topic of today, which is constipation. Without further ado, follow me. So in this video, I'll be talking about constipation, a topic known by all, but I would like to enlighten us on what constipation is all about, how to know if you are constipated, what predisposes you to constipation, and why not some spicy health tips that will help you prevent constipation or treat it, because this is a very treatable condition. Constipation is a very common gastrointestinal problem. It can also be identified as a symptom to some gastrointestinal diseases, neurological diseases, side effects of medications, or now I'm going far. Let me come back. So, constipation is defined differently from every individual. To another person, constipation might just be difficulty in passing out stool. To another, it's just infrequent bowel movement. To another, it's just this feeling of uneasiness or being bloated. Let me let you into a fun fact. Did you know that women suffer more from constipation than men? Not nice, right? Unfortunately, that's the case. This is because the women peristaltic movement in the gastrointestinal tract is slower. What do I mean by this? The way in which the food or whatever they eat, it takes a longer time to process into the gastrointestinal tract, the intestine. It is slower for it to land in the colon where stool is being formed. In women, this peristaltic movement, as I earlier said, is slow, and if it's slow, the process of stool passage is hindered and might lead to blockage, resulting to constipation. If you've noticed, now talking to my ladies out there, you are most likely to be constipated some few days leading to your menstruation, or during pregnancy, or after menopause. That's the case. Generally, how often are you supposed to visit the restroom? It is said that individuals should visit the restroom more than 3 times a week. So if you visit the restroom or you pass a stool 3 times or less than 3 times a week, then you are constipated, especially if this stool is hard, lumpy, and it took you a hard struggle to bring it out. So now let me talk about some other symptoms of constipation, so as to help you know or understand or come to terms that you are more often constipated than you think. So some of the symptoms, it's, let's say, the sensation of being bloated, having stomach aches, and being nauseous, and maybe just having that sensation that you need to visit the restroom, or after visiting the restroom you feel as though you haven't completely evacuated the contents. So that means you are constipated. And if you happen to spend a long time in the toilet, let's say above 10 minutes, struggling to get it out, you are constipated. And if you have to push harder, you are constipated. I don't know how many of us inspect our stool. I do. Too much information, right? I don't know how many of you inspect your stool. If it is hard and lumpy, then I'm sorry, you are constipated. If you feel the urge or the need to use manual maneuver to evacuate the stool, that is, for example, using your finger to insert into your anus to help aid the passage of stool, then you are constipated. Or maybe you find yourself trying to massage your tummy, to pull it down, then you are constipated. So now, these are the symptoms that you need to know if you are constipated or not.
The Bristol Stool Scale is the assessment instrument used to diagnose constipation. It helps us use the consistency of our stool to know if we are constipated or not. Pause it and read through to better understand how you can tell if you're constipated.
Mind you, you might be passing out stool daily, but as long as you have this sensation each time you visit the restroom and you are back, that you haven't completely evacuated the content of your stomach, or you get it, then you are also constipated. After passing out stool, you need to feel this relief of contentment. It's just like a load has been removed from your shoulder. You need to feel this relaxed, and you get what I'm trying to say. So as long as you don't feel that relief, you need to take measures to achieve that relief. You get it? So now that you know what constipation is and the symptoms of constipation, now what are those things that predisposes you to constipation? What are the risk factors of constipation, or what causes constipation? The first, as I would say, the first risk factor is if you do not take enough fluids. Tell me, if you don't drink water, what do you expect? If you don't take enough fluids, that will help dilute the content of the food. For example, the junk foods you eat, and it's just like a pipe. If you keep on putting something that is hard and there is nothing to push it down, just like how you say you eat and you chew with chew beer. Oh, I forgot something. Oh, one thing that causes constipation is alcohol. Too much consumption of alcohol leads to constipation. Alcohol causes dehydration. I hope you know. That is why at times it's always advised to take 2 glasses of water in between alcohol intake. So mind you, too much consumption of alcohol causes constipation. Hey, okay, I'm still under causes. It just came to my head. You know what? Anyway, let me ride on. Another risk factor is if you have gastrointestinal diseases and you have some neurological diseases, for example, multiple sclerosis, or you are paralyzed. Those are risk factors. When you're paralyzed, it can be half paralysis. It could be full paralysis, which means a part or all of your body isn't functioning properly. And if it isn't functioning properly, the bowel activity is limited, leading to constipation. You get it? Another risk factor will be side effects of medications. For example, antibiotics consumption, and let's say iron tablets. If you've noticed, after taking antibiotics for a while or iron tablets for a while, you notice that you get constipated, or you find it difficult to pass out stool. Here, those are some risk factors. But that is why it is being advised that before you take medication, make sure you take it with enough fluids. Drink enough water so as to ease the digestion of these tablets and eases your way to the restroom. Okay. Another risk factor is maybe you are adipose. Oh, now that's a German word. How is it called in English? Challenges. Another video, okay? So adipositas. If you are obese, I got the word. So if you're obese or fat, as they say normally, your chances of being constipated, it's high. Sorry. So you have to do more exercise, work on your diet plan, and help yourself to eliminate the toxins that build up in form of stool. Another will be maybe after an operation. Most often when you undergo a surgery, it will need time for your bowel movement to come back to its regular stand for you to pass out stool as you normally do. So a very important thing I would like to say is avoid or reduce your consumption of foods like banana, white bread, and chocolates. Banana, for instance, it's like, should I say, it's confusing because banana has some fiber in it, and we need fiber to prevent constipation. But banana also have what we call pectin, and pectin it pulls water from the stool when you consume it a lot. And if you pull water, the stool needs water for it to be easily passed out. And if you pull out the water, of course, it becomes hard. That might lead to constipation. Limit your consumption of banana as well as chocolates and white bread. There are still more, but I will bring on in another video, maybe in future. While giving all these courses, I'm also trying to enlighten you on how you can manage it. But there will be a video where I would bring it all to you, how you can prevent constipation and why not treat constipation so as to prevent complications that might lead to surgery. Now I'm going right. Let's go back. So as I was talking about the courses, let me check if I said all. Yeah, ignoring the urge of going to the toilet. At times we feel the urge of visiting the restroom, but we are like, no, I can't go there, I can't hold it. You start, you are trying to do toilet training, maybe when you are not supposed to. You get it? So immediately you have the urge of going to the toilet, make sure you visit it, because when you keep on delaying it, your possibility of being constipated is increased. Another cause for constipation is bad posture. Yes, the way you sit on your toilet would determine if that will come out or not. There are the traditional ways where you have to squat to pass out stool is very ideal. It helps you. If you do not have the kind of toilet where you can squat, so to present your anatomical organs in the right position to ease you defecate, make sure you have a small stool in your house for the normal modern toilets that we all do have, so as to place your leg on it and sit properly and enjoy the process of defecation. I feel so great talking about this because, okay, let me not give so much information. Lack of sleep can also be another cause for constipation. And poor diet. Low fiber consumption. You need to consume more foods rich in fiber. If you have low fiber consumption, like you don't eat things like beans, you don't eat cereals, you don't eat fruits, you don't eat vegetables, you're likely to be constipated. It's that easy. And lack of exercise. You need to keep that body moving. You need to activate yourself. When you don't exercise, or you just live a sedentary lifestyle where you're just a boss, you don't do anything, you just eat and eat, I do not help. You need to help your body system. We need to help our body system carry out their functions easily. You get it? So you need to activate that stomach muscles so as to increase activity of the bowel, thereby easing your way to the restroom. Misuse or too much use of laxatives. Some people just find it very easy that when they don't go to the toilet for like 2 days, They just go straight to the pharmacy, get over-the-counter drugs like Movicol, Bucolax. You just get it and you take it. Mind you, too much consumption of these laxatives will predispose you to constipation. So make sure before you tend to take laxatives, you've tried all the natural methods and it hasn't helped you. And then you have to consult your medical practitioner or a pharmacist. Consult so as to get the right dosage for the laxative you need. That's all for the causes of constipation. That was the definition of constipation, the signs and symptoms of constipation, the risk factors and causes of constipation. And I will definitely be making another video, a separate video, on how you can help yourself treat constipation or prevent constipation so as to avoid complications that might be life-threatening. Let me hint you a little on some complications that might come in play if you do not do what you are supposed to do to prevent it. You have risks of chronic constipation where you don't do the lifestyle and diet changes, and once you minimize what you're supposed to do, or you ignore, or you don't do it, you now start having what we call hemorrhoids. And hemorrhoids can be very painful. To those who have experienced it, you can testify. You start having hemorrhoids, you have fissure, you have a blockage, and in most cases you have to undergo an operation to get rid of this blockage. Help yourself so as not to get into the chronic constipation side. Help yourself so as to prevent hemorrhoids, so as to prevent fissure, and live healthy and enjoy. So now I've come to the end of this episode, and I hope this video was helpful. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And if this was your first time seeing this channel, please support your girl. It's a huge motivation when I see you liking my videos, sharing and subscribing. It gives me the urge to produce more content like this to you out there. So thank you for those who have subscribed, and if you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe and click the notification bell so that when I upload another video, you will get notified.